Guys, Loot Wizard here with another video on Gems of War, and I want to explain and show you how I farm souls. So you can farm souls pretty easily with this method, and you don't need some of the more difficult cards to obtain like Dragon Soul or Pharaoh's Ra. What I do is I usually do Explore, but you can do the challenges. The difference is that in the challenge mode, the enemies are always going to be the same. You're always going to have the same 4 enemies in whatever challenge you choose, which can be nice, but in Explorer you get gold as well as the souls, whereas in challenges you only get souls and not gold. Now it's important too here to have the armor bonus that gives you 100% bonus souls and have that equipped on your hero. That is the Celestial Armor. I think you can get it for 450, 500 gems. So that's important to get, have it equipped. And then go in here to any kingdom really and go to Explore, and I'll show you my teams here. So I have a few teams. I'll explain them quickly, and then we'll go and I'll show you how I'm using them. So here I have the first team I have, and in the first slot you want your hero, and I have the staff selected here, the Anu's Scepter, and it destroys all gems of a chosen color. So this is really important for the speed of completing each battle, because what this does is once this fills up, which usually it fills up at the first blues that you connect, because this is another important feature too, is it doesn't show here because I'm using the Bard, but in his talents it has start with 50% mana. So really any hero that starts with 50% mana will be good, because this 9 mana here will be cut in half, and all you have to do is connect 1 blue and that fills up. Now what's important about that is that once that fills up, then you can destroy either yellow or red gems on the board, and it will fill up your Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie is where you're going to be getting your souls. So here I collect 4 souls every time that I use the Valkyrie. And it doesn't need to be fully traded, but the bonus blue mana here on the last trait does help. So, and what I have in the third spot is a Rohan. And this card really isn't anything hard to get. You just have to complete a quest in one of the kingdoms to get this. And it deals damage based upon its armor. Usually once you fire this off twice, everything is dead. And then I have a Warlock in the last position, which gives me 50% bonus souls when you trait the first thing here on the card. And so this also does damage, and that'll help you get rid of maybe a final enemy that doesn't die from the Rohan. So let me go in here and show you how fast this is and how it works. So what you want to look for right away is a blue, and connect the blue, fills up your scepter, and then you can select either yellow or red depending upon which one is available. Fills up your Valkyrie, and then we need to look for a way to connect blues. And it looks like the green is good, and that fills that up. And now as you can see up at the top there, I gained 25 souls out of 60, and I will cast this again to fill up my Valkyrie, and it's full. And now I just need to connect the blue once again, and now and we have lots of options for skulls too, because you get a lot of those coming down. Cast the Rohan, and everyone is dead. Pretty quick battle, and let's see, I got 158 souls. Now, you can get even more souls than that if you up the difficulty, but it will take a little longer for you to finish the battle. So you got to find that difficulty that gives you a little bit of a bonus for your time. I usually keep it on hard or Warlord 1, but normal is definitely the fastest. Now, it's basically the same thing for the second team I'm going to show. The concept here is that with the Rohan, any troop in here that does damage to all enemies works good, but the important thing is that it needs to have a blue mana, because the Valkyrie, when you cast this, is gonna create a bunch of blue mana gems, and that's going to fill up your damage dealer here. So it really could be any damage to all enemies troop, and that's why I have a second team here that I wanted to show you with Valkyrie. Does 18 damage to all enemies, and this has blue-purple mana. So the blue mana there, it'll get filled up by the Valkyrie. So you can use any troop in there. I'll show you a third team that I have with a legendary card that is really the one that I like using the most. But if you don't have some of those legendary cards, these other cards are much easier to get early on in the game. And let's see, select the yellow. Now the tricky part is sometimes you don't have enough other gems around a blue gem to connect 4 of them, but you just kind of have to go with it, whatever's on the board. And I will cast the Valkyrie, destroy most of them, and then we will cast this again. Valkyrie's full. Cast it one more time. Now I have 60 of 60 souls, as you can see at the top. And match is done. And I got 167 souls on that one. So as you can see, it's pretty quick, and it's versatile too, because you can put a different troop in there besides the Valkyrie or the Rohan. So my third team here, I am using the legendary card Behemoth. And the Behemoth, especially if you have it fully traded, it doesn't have to be, but if you do have it fully traded, it's immune to status effects, Devour, Ban of Burn, and the final trait is gain 10 life on 4 or 5 gem matches, which gives it a lot of health when you're using the Valkyrie because you get a lot of the 4 gem matches doing that. It does 19 damage to all enemies, but the other good thing is that it destroys 12 random gems. So when you fire this off, it actually does destroy some yellow and red gems that fills up your Valkyrie sometimes. So that's why I prefer using the Behemoth over the Rohan or the Valkyrie cards. But so let's go in here real quick, and I'll just show you this one. It's basically the same concept. And a lot of it depends on how the board. Sometimes if you have a 4 or 5 connect of yellow or red, then you can fill up your Valkyrie right away. And let's see, where do I have here? I'll go for brown. And then sometimes you don't have enough. Most of the time you do, but sometimes you don't have enough red or yellow. And what's nice with the scepter here is that it actually shows you how many of the gems on the left-hand side that you actually have. So I don't have quite enough of either color, but a lot of times you get cascades anyway when you do that, just like what happened, and it fills up your Valkyrie anyway. So now here, as you can see, my Behemoth is already full, and I'm going to fire it off here before I do the Valkyrie because, as you can see, the last enemy has 27 health, and so firing this off won't be enough to kill everything. I'll have to do it twice. But as you can see there, it destroyed 12 random gems, and it almost got completely full again. So that's what's nice about the Behemoth. And we'll fire this off again, and my souls up at the top is almost complete because I fired out the Valkyrie twice. And 153 souls. So it's not a lot of souls, but you're probably going to be grinding through Explore anyway for trait stones and for the arcane trait stones. And it's nice to get a little bit of gold and souls at the same time. Let's see here. So those are my main soul farming teams. Now, if you do have Pharaoh's Ra, you can do something like the Scepter, Valkyrie, Behemoth, and then Pharaoh's Ra, or a different card besides Behemoth. And that will get you a little bit more souls each time. The other thing, if you don't have the Behemoth, but you have a different legendary card, you can use those as well. So I'll show you here a few that might be good. Besides the behemoth, I think you do have the Crimson Bat here, which deals 16 true damage to all enemies. So true damage is going to do it straight to the health, and it'll ignore the armor. So I would say if you do have Crimson Bat, that could also be a good replacement there for in that third spot where Behemoth is. The Hydra, this also might work because it does damage randomly to all enemies. So that might be another one that would be good. Kristen Axe is a good one too because it deals 20 damage to all enemies. It also has a spawn, and it gets enchant. If you have it fully traded, it gets enchanted, and when you match purple gems. And as you can see, it takes blue mana as well, so it will get filled up with Valkyrie. Queen Mab may work as well. The only problem with Queen Mab that I've found when I've used it is that some enemies have mana shield, and they will not take any damage from Queen Mab. Let's see. Tesla, if you have this also will work pretty good. Blue mana again, so it will get full from Valkyrie. It does 8 true damage, randomly split among all enemies, boosted by ally and enemy armor. So one cast of this or two, and everything should be dead. So that will also be a good card. And like I said earlier, the Rohan works pretty good. Venbark works pretty good. But really, any troop that does damage to all enemies that has blue mana will work. But those are just my recommendations on what I've seen so far. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that helps you farm some souls. And thanks for watching. Loot Wizard out.